Hello, hello, and welcome back to Horizon Zero Dawn. And in this series we will follow Aloy on her quest to join the Hunter's Lodge and rise up through its ranks. So we're gonna pick up where we left off in the last episode, and we are now having to track down our sponsor and the Sunhawk. But on our way there we're going to take care of another of the hunting grounds. This will be the 4th of 5 hunting grounds. So I'm going to select my tear arrows because I know that these will be very, very useful. They always are. So here we are at the hunting grounds. So once we've got our 3 blazing suns from this place, we will only have 3 more to collect, although we do have to go back for 1 or 2. So, there you are.
By the sun! Are you Nora? I've never seen one at a hunting grounds before, or at the Hunter's Lodge. How interesting.
What do you do here?
This is a place to test yourself against a herd of machines in the stamina trials. Think you can handle it?
I know I can.
Excellent. I like your spirit.
You're awfully friendly.
Well, you know, it gets lonely in the wilds after a few weeks. Terribly lonely, in fact.
What about your friend over there?
Oh, he doesn't count. Barely ever opens his mouth, and when he does, nothing interesting comes out.
Who are you? Why are you here?
Well, I'm a hunter, of course, and a member of the Hunter's Lodge. But I don't mind being out here. At least no one complains about my clothes, or my manners, or my personality. Don't let him in, he'll drive people off with his incessant chattering. Or, he stinks of fish again. That sort of thing. I don't stink of fish, do I?
No, it's more like wet fur.
Well, that's something.
What are the trials?
The Hunter's Lodge makes sure hunting grounds around the world offer hunters a place to train. The trials here focus on the most important part of hunting, keeping your stamina up. Hunting isn't a sprint, it's a gauntlet.
So all you offer is training?
And a herd of machines. Plus, I'm allowed to award marks. Half sun, full sun, and blazing sun, if you do well. Which one will you try? I'll explain whichever you pick. The remains of Watchers rest on 3 rises. Loot all of them before time runs out, and you pass. It sounds simple, but watch out for all the other machines down there. Are you ready? Good. I'll start timing once you choose a rope.
So all we have to do is loot 3 Watchers, although we are going to have to fight off some Glint Hawks. So I think fire arrows will be our best option here. We can drop the Glint Hawks a lot faster than we can tie them down. So this is a speed run essentially. We've got to get to the 3 carcasses before the Glint Hawks do.
About to get loud.
So that was easy enough. All we had to do was outrun the glint hawks. Trouble is, getting back to the keeper might not be so easy, as we have a number of tramplers up ahead of us and the glint hawks still above us. Miss me. So we managed to get past all of them. Unfortunately, the glint hawks don't seem to know the boundaries of the gaming area. So even while we're getting back up onto the plateau at the top here, we are still under attack, as you can see. And even when we get to the very top, once we get to the top, we can't fight back anymore.
I'm gonna prove myself in this fight. Get a chance here.
Perfection! Only this blazing sun will suffice.
In this trial, you must tie down a trampler and shoot off the component under its belly.
Good. Now slide down a rope to get started. Go, go, go!
So we have another relatively easy challenge here. All we've got to do is tie down the 2 or 3 tramplers that we have and shoot the canisters off of their stomachs, and if we use the hard point arrows for that, it will also blow them up. So, rope caster selected. We're going to quickly run up and tie these guys down. They're much easier to capture than the Stormbird or the Glint Hawks.
Keep quiet now.
So again, a nice easy one there, and it turns out that the tear blast arrows work just as well as the hard point arrows. All we've got to do now is avoid the last guy here. That might scare him off a little bit, or not. So let's just run away and get back up to the keeper and collect our blazing sun. Unfortunately, the glint hawks are attacking once again. No, let me up. Thank you.
You've done a blazing sun on your first attempt? Congratulations!
Now's your chance to show you can snare Glutox.
Lure them close to you, then tie them down in time to pass this test. Good choice. Slide down a rope and I'll start timing.
So for our final challenge at the hunting grounds here, we have to tie down some glint hawks and destroy them. These guys are quite tricky to get if they're in the air. They do move around quite a lot, but they do tend to stay in range, unlike the Stormbird. So once we've got them tied down, they will not be a problem. So there is our first target just over there. The only problem is getting close enough within the time, and we do still have these guys to worry about. So we're going to tie them down as well. Well, it took a little while, but we still managed to achieve our goal. I'm just going to restock some of my weaponry here. Hopefully those guys don't escape. It looks like one of them just blew himself to bits. But we're going to make our way back up to the keeper at the top of the plinth here and retrieve our blazing sun before we can then move on and track down Redmore.
You won a blazing sun on your first attempt? Congratulations!
I have to get going.
You know where to find me.
So 4 hunting grounds down, 1 more to go, and we need to now track down Redmore and our hawk. Looks like we found our hawk and she's in trouble, so let's lend a hand, shall we?
Anyone else?
This shot's for you.
Got too much already.
Thank you. I should have seen this coming. Of course he would hire men to keep me from Redmaw. They died for his pride.
Where is Assis now?
He's gone after Redmaw. This way. Hurry!
Why is Assis going after Redmaw alone?
Vanity. He doesn't want to share credit for the kill with his thrush. My sponsor did the same. Went after Redmaw alone out of pride. Even though he knew we needed to unseat Assis.
So we are hot on Redmore's heels, and as is here as well. So it's 3 on to 1. There's a lot of destruction over here, so it must be this way.
I'm not sure where Assis and Redmaw went from
I
here.
can follow their tracks. This way. Redmaw destroyed these trees.
I fear we're too late. For Tarkus, I arrived in time to see him die from his wounds. And with my father, I didn't even get that.
Where was Assis when your father...
There he is! Redmaw.
Assis is holding his own. Was holding his own. Well, we have our work cut out for us. Fascinating.
Thundershock! We're
beautiful.
We make a great team.
And now, you're the Sunhawk.
About that.
Talana. He's still alive.
Out of the way, Nora. Filth.
You're done. The Lodge is finally free of your influence.
I kept it alive. In dark times.
No. You buried it. Along with my father's memory.
I should have... I should have let you fight Redmore first. To soften him up. Damn.
Here lies the Sunhawk of the Hunter's Lodge. It's almost a shame.
After all that, you're gonna weep for him.
Oh no. I just wish I could have seen his face when I succeeded him.
Okay then.
Meet me back at the Hunter's Lodge, if you have the time. I have a feeling the new Sunhawk wants to welcome you.
So, it turns out the legend of Redmore was just that. He was a pussycat compared to some of the other machines we've had to go up against. And speaking of going up against machines, we have one more hunting ground to take care of before returning to the lodge. So we're going to make our way over there now. Try not to get killed on the way there. And we are going to take on the final 3 Blazing Suns. As I've mentioned, we do still need to go back and redo one of them due to a lack of weaponry.
And stop tensing up.
But in the meantime, let's take care of the Blazing Suns at this final hunting ground.
What is this place? What are you doing?
I was listening to the herd. Have you come for the stealth trials?
I'm not sure.
You must decide.
Who are you?
I am the keeper of these grounds, appointed by the Hunter's Lodge.
So how did you come to be here?
I was once like many members of the Lodge, maneuvering, hunting for status. But my impatience hampered the true hunt. I didn't know that, of course, until I came here. It forced me to listen, to breathe, and finally, to master the art of stealth.
Don't you ever miss, you know, talking?
Not at the moment, no.
What are the trials?
Tests to improve your hunting skills. Each hunting grounds offer unique trials to test your skills. I offer the stealth trials. Some believe charging in with a mighty weapon makes them a hunter, but it's a good way to fall under the hooves of a stampede. A true hunter chooses the approach that best suits the kill. Mastering stealth may well save your life. Choose one. I can then explain it to you. In this trial, you must take down Watchers while remaining undetected. But you'll need to learn Silent Strike before you can begin. Shellwalkers guard their cargo with their lives. In this trial, you must loot 4 of their containers in the allotted time. Very well. Choose a rope and slide down to begin.
So it turns out we are lacking a skill to complete one of these challenges. That will be easily rectified. But in the meantime, we're going to move on to the second challenge. and that is to loot the shell walkers, the crab looking machines. These are quite lucrative machines to take down if you can remove the shell from their back intact. They usually contain something quite nice. So I know that there are a number of shell walkers walking around. There are also a pile of their shells somewhere around here as well. I can never remember exactly where, but I think we have our targets highlighted. So let's get in and start raiding.
They're scared.
So, challenge achieved, and all we have to do now is make it back to the Keeper alive. And we have a stalker on our case, so we need to move very quickly. But we are now at the rock face. We just got to find these slightly lighter rocks, and they are our way up. They are very hard to spot sometimes, but we've made it. So let's get our trophy, shall we?
Such skill from an outlander on your first attempt. Take this blazing sun as your proof. Stalkers have defeated many hunters who favor brute force over patience. Don't make that mistake. If you're up to the task, defeat these stalkers, and you'll receive the mark you deserve. Steel yourself. Your trial begins when you slide down one of these ropes.
So for the third challenge here, we have to silently assassinate a stalker. Now, these are notoriously difficult to spot because they can camouflage themselves. They are difficult to hit because they move around quite a lot. So we're going to select our tear blast arrows and make our way down, because we've located at least one, and he's right here. So with that challenge completed, all we have to do once again is to escape with our lives. And luckily the stalkers have been taken care of, so it's not quite as difficult this time round.
Such skill from an outlander on your first attempt. Take this blazing sun as your proof. In this trial, you must take down Watchers while remaining undetected. But you'll need to learn Silent Strike before you can begin.
I'm not interested in taking a trial at the moment.
Then I will wait.
So we need to unlock the Silent Strike skill.
Practice your skills. Choose a trial. The Watchers of the Herd attack quickly. Take them down while in stealth to prove your skill. Agreed. I start timing once you slide down a rope.
So with the skill acquired, we can now proceed with the trial. And we need to take down 4 Watchers, silent assassin style. So we need to get a silent strike on them. And the easiest way to do this is to wait in the bushes for them to come over, or lure them over, either using rocks or whistles, and then silent strike them when they're close. So we're just going to highlight all of the Watchers so we know where they all are, and we can get at least 3 of them from going down this rope right here. So our skills on Hitman came in somewhat useful there, as we managed to get 4 silent assassin kills. So all that's left for us to do here is to make our way for the final time back up to see the Trials Keeper and retrieve our final blazing sun before we move on to the Hunter's Lodge.
You won this full sun on your first attempt, but raw talent will only get you so far. Try harder to earn the blazing sun. With so many suns, you may wish to speak to Idaba in Meridian. She will have special gear for you.
I'll be on my way.
Return again when you are ready.
We're going to leave the story there for now, and we will pick it up again in the next episode. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.